Announced today, the Galaxy S25 Ultra features rounded sides and flat edges that more closely match the rest of the S series, therefore shedding more of its note roots this year. It comes with not much else, hardware-wise save Qualcomm's newest chipset and updated ultra-wide camera. Starting at $1,299. This is a minor update of Samsung's largest phone with no price increase over last year's model, mostly focused on Oneui 7.0's AI enhancements. Finally here, the S25 Ultra will launch with the Galaxy S25 and Galaxy S25 Plus at Galaxy Unpacked 2025. Following many leaks and widespread conjecture, we at last know what the phone has to offer, most crucially, its cost. With this year's phone, much has changed. Although many things remain the same from past year, we have some fantastic improvements to investigate. Improvements in the 50 megapixels ultra-wide camera, the special Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy CPU, a bigger display, and gobs of artificial intelligence technology concealed behind the hood. Better still, since costs have not altered, your starting point is the same $1,299 from previous year. Here's everything you need to know about the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And be sure to check out our Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra hands-on review for a more in-depth look at what the phone is like to use. Prices for the S25 Ultra start at $1,299, which is the same amount you'd have paid for S24 Ultra with equal specs. That buys you a device with 256 gigs of storage. Alternatives for 512 gigs and 1 terabytes are also available. All variants come with 12 gigs of RAM. Pre-orders for the phone commenced on January 22, while the whole Galaxy S25 series will go on sale on February 7. Color possibilities include titanium silver blue, titanium white silver, titanium gray, and titanium black. Samsung online exclusive hues include pink gold, jet black, and jade green. While this may appear like an incremental improvement at first glance, there are a number of major upgrades that help separate the S25 Ultra from the Galaxy S24 Ultra we saw this time last year. The primary one is that Samsung has changed the design, smoothing off the corners and flattening the edges even further, ditching the hard right angles of past Galaxy S flagships. Samsung has raised the size of the phone ever so little, with the 6.8-inch now rising to 6.9 inches. Samsung has also guaranteed a 15% reduction on the bezel thanks to this new design. General screen specs have stayed the same, with 1 to 120 Hz variable refresh rate and QHD+ resolution. Samsung has introduced some TV innovation in the shape of ProScaler, an automatic content upscaler that increases picture quality by 43%. The glass has also been improved to Gorilla Glass Armor 2 on the front and back, a feature particular to the S25 Ultra. This glass promises to be tougher and give improved anti-reflective characteristics that should prove handy in those bright surroundings. We now have an enhanced 50 megapixels ultra-wide camera lens, up from 12 megapixels on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Apparently, this will enable greater low-light performance for the camera, with the potential to operate as a macro lens for the ultra close-up shots. That'll function alongside the 200 megapixels main camera, and the pair of telephoto lenses with 50 megapixels and 10 megapixels resolution each, plus 5x and 3x optical zoom. The camera also boasts a new AI-powered Gen Pro visual engine, which can reduce noise and blur from photographs to generate superior shots in diverse settings. Samsung has also introduced a spatial temporal filter, which is exclusive to the new Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy chip, plus virtual aperture adjustments that enable you go from /1.4 to /14. As for the chip, Samsung claims that it created the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy chipset alongside Qualcomm. This means, according to the phone maker, that it hasn't just fine-tuned an existing chip, it's actually been created with Samsung Galaxy phones in mind. This helps deliver additional performance with a 40% improvement in the NPU, 37% improvement to CPU, and 30% improvement to GPU. Samsung also raised the size of the vapor chamber cooling by 40%, while also adding a new thermal interface material for an 8% improvement to heat dissipation. So even when the phone is using all that performance, the heat buildup should be substantially lower compared to S24 Ultra. The Galaxy S25 will come with Oneui 7 out of the box, bringing with it a variety of new Galaxy A capabilities for you to enjoy. One notable innovation is the Now bar, which is a dynamic island-style feature that provides crucial information at the bottom of your home and lock screen. Now Brief will also present recaps at certain periods of the day, clarifying what's on the agenda. This also has a so-called proactive AI that can make sure you keep ahead of potential difficulties, like heavy traffic. AI will be powered with both Bixby and Google Gemini, with Bixby taking on all the on-device AI functions. Cloud features will be a mix of the two, though Samsung couldn't be more explicit on which AI models will operate particular functions. Generative AI editing will also be done on-device on Galaxy S25. However, cloud processing will still be available if consumers desire it. Finally, Samsung has added QI2 wireless charging, but not totally. Everything has been upgraded to QI2, but there are no magnets inside the phone itself. Apparently, they interfered with the display and the S Pen functioning. So while the phone delivers features like 15-watt wireless charging and adaptive wireless charging, the magnetic support is confined to users who use a specific magnetic cover. The design modifications may make the Galaxy S25 Ultra look unusual among Galaxy flagships, but it's quite evocative of rival phones. Both the iPhone 16 Pro Max and Pixel 9 Pro XL have a similar design, with smooth edges and curves that match the Galaxy S25 Ultra relatively evenly. It's only the differing camera bumps that actually establish the differences between the three phones at this stage. The same is broadly true of the displays, with the same size and overall characteristics. The only significant difference will be brightness, although yet we don't know how brilliant the S25 Ultra screen will actually be. That said, Gorilla Glass Armor 2 undoubtedly trumps the Pixel 9 Pro and OnePlus 13's use of Victus 2 glass. We can't say how it compares to Apple's proprietary ceramic shield display right now, not without trying it first. The highlight feature in the camera category is, once again, the 200 megapixels main camera, something that rival cameras don't even come close to matching. Resolution isn't everything, but considering most flagship phones only provide 50 megapixels cameras, it's undoubtedly a gain for Samsung in the eyes of folks who enjoy greater numbers. Likewise, the addition of the 50 megapixels ultra-wide camera matches what we've seen elsewhere, and could deliver a good improvement to camera quality, particularly with a new AI visual engine inside the phone. Plus, Samsung has maintained with the two telephoto lenses, though they're unaltered this iteration. Sadly, we won't know just how much things have improved, or not, until we can actually test the camera for ourselves. We have a sense of how well the normal Snapdragon 8 Elite performs against the competition already. Naturally, it utterly kills the Pixel's Tensor G4 processor in benchmarking tests and beats Apple's A18 Pro in certain graphics and multi-core scores. However, the A18 Pro still routinely beat it in other categories, notably single-core performance. Although since the S25 Ultra uses the unique for Galaxy variation of the chip, that should deliver a boost to performance, although yet we're not entirely sure how much. The same goes for battery life. The Galaxy S24 Ultra had some of the finest phone battery life, but not enough to unseat the likes of the OnePlus 13 or iPhone 16 Pro Max. While the battery capacity on the S25 Ultra has stayed the same, we should see some extra efficiency from the chipset, and potentially other areas. But until we really complete the testing for ourselves, we can't determine just how much better or worse things actually are this year. What helps set the Galaxy S25 Ultra unique from Android competition is its usage of QI2 wireless charging. According to Samsung, the phone includes everything but the magnets, which means customers get to take advantage of advancements like faster wireless charging speeds and adaptive wireless charging, something we haven't seen with Key 1. Sadly, the wireless charging speeds are still rather low, barely 15 Do, and the lack of magnets puts it at a disadvantage compared to iPhone MagSafe. There are a lot of improvements occurring to the Galaxy S25 Ultra this year, with updated hardware and a plethora of software tweaks, which we're only touching the surface of. It's evident that Samsung is making another huge push with AI, especially in the camera and display areas, so it'll be interesting to see how much of an impact that makes. It's going to be very intriguing to see what enhancements stem from the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy processor. With performance promising to be greater than the basic 8 Elite chip, which isn't exactly a slouch, and the potential for major energy efficiency advantages, it proves to be the S25 Ultra's secret weapon. But we won't know for sure until we get the phone into our lab for complete testing. Best of all, Samsung hasn't upped the prices, despite reports suggesting it may be on the cards. Samsung hasn't built a phone that's likely to appeal S24 Ultra owners, but anyone sporting an older phone with money to spend would be quite interested in the S25 Ultra. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.